Have you ever wanted an app that you can use to record found sounds and then compose with them like the Blue Man Group does? Or maybe you're looking for an app that your students can use to trigger sound effects in storytelling activities. Samplebot is an iPad app that's perfect for getting creative with samples and sound effects. Hi, my name's Katie, and in today's video I'm going to show you how Samplebot works and how you can use it in your lessons with your students. So Samplebot allows you to really easily capture sound samples and then play them back. You get started by tapping a square, you make a sound, and then you tap the square again to stop the recording like this. You can play back the sounds that you've recorded by tapping the square. And if you need to delete a sound at all, you can swipe from right to left and you'll see a trash can button that appears. You can also edit the recorded sound if you want to, which is really useful. You can tap on the pencil icon and then you can use these tools to trim the sound. Once I've done that, I can hit the trim button and then close this window. Before I head out of here though, you'll notice that there are some other options. You can change the volume of the sound you've recorded, the balance, the pitch and the speed. You can record a composition when you have a few sounds by tapping the record button, which is at the bottom middle of the screen, and then you can play something rhythmic in time to the click that you'll hear. Once I've finished my recording, I can tap on the track view button, which is at the bottom right, and it will take me into the screen where I can see what I've recorded. I can play it back from here. While you're in this view, if you need to check which sounds are on which track, you can just tap the track header area to check which one is which. If I need to edit or select any of the sounds in this view, I can tap on the lasso button and then drag and hold down my finger across the screen to select a group of sounds. You can see then I get a few options to either delete, copy or quantize what I've recorded. I'm going to delete this for now so that I can show you something else, and I'm going to head back over to the other view of Samplebot. You can see that there's 3 white squares labelled kick, snare and hi-hat, and these are really useful. If you record sounds for these squares, you can use them to create a drum pattern, and Samplebot actually has some built-in drum patterns that will use the sounds that you've recorded to generate a predefined pattern. So I'm going to record a kick sound by slapping my chest. I'll record a snare by clicking, and a hi-hat with a tss sound. Tss. So I can play these back myself, or I can head back over to the track view and I can use the sounds to create a drum pattern by tapping on the drum kit icon and then choosing one of the patterns from this menu here. Let's try the funk groove pattern. Once I've chosen that, you'll see I can tap in the top track area to add that to my composition, and let's have a listen. So that sounds kind of cool. Samplebot is using my own sounds and that it has generated a pattern that uses those sounds. So how can you use Samplebot in your lessons? One of the things that I love to do is a 12 sound challenge. So you can challenge students to use 12 of the squares in the Samplebot interface to record sounds from a single object. So that might be a chair in the classroom or a table or a piece of paper. That's a really great one to do. You can challenge students to make 12 different sounds from that single object because it allows them to explore texture and timbre, and they have to kind of get really creative to come up with 12 different sounds. Another thing that you can do is take those sounds and then use them to compose a piece like I did before in the app itself. You can also consider doing a cover song project where maybe students take a song that they know and a part of a song works really well, just a chorus or a verse, and they need to recreate that in the Samplebot app. So this might involve them recording chords or single melody notes or combinations of melody notes and perhaps a rhythmic pattern to put together a section of a song. Another thing that you can do, which we also talked about, is that sound effects storytelling idea. You can have one student standing up, another one reading the story, and the one with the iPad is the one that triggers the sounds as the story is being read. Another great thing just to end with is introducing students to the drum kit. Perhaps you might talk to them about the different parts of the kit that make up the basic rock pattern, then get them to record body percussion sounds to match those parts, and then get them to record their own drum pattern or use some of those inbuilt drum styles that Samplebot offers you. So let me know in the comments below, have you tried Samplebot already with your students, or can you come up with some other lesson ideas? I'd love to hear from you. Now, if you're a teacher and you want more music tech tips and lesson ideas, make sure you watch the video that's on your screen right now. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel for weekly videos on how to use technology effectively in your music classroom. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.